Hello YouTube. Today I thought I'd talk to you about a primitive tool that was very much in use out here in California, and that was the California digging stick. When the Europeans got here in the 1700s, they noticed that the California Indians tended to do a lot of digging. They used sticks as a digging tool or a digging instrument, and these varied in length. Now this particular one that I've crafted is about 18 inches in length, and that would have been a fairly average tool. They fire blacken the tips to harden them. This one I've also coated with pine resin to make it a little tougher. I've also wrapped cordage around here to give me a little more purchase on the handle, a little more comfort, and then resin coated the butt end here. I could also use it as a pounding tool. They varied in length. They could have been anywhere from 18 inches to as much as maybe 4 feet, maybe even longer. Now this area where I am at here is in northern coastal San Luis Obispo County, and this was overlapping territory for 3 different tribes of people. The Chukchansi Yokuts, which would be kind of from where present-day Lemoore is at in the east, and then to the north it would have had the Salinan peoples, the people of the Oaks, and then south of us the Chumash peoples of the Santa Barbara, Channel Islands, and coastal area. They were nomadic people. They met and traded here, probably intermarried, but definitely exchanged goods with each other and had trade routes they followed. Some of these sticks would have had a pointed tip, and others might have had a wedge-shaped tip. I learned a lot about this from, I had the good fortune to meet Paul Campbell, who wrote a very excellent book on this, the survival skills of the native Californians, which you can still purchase. Sadly, Paul passed away a few years ago, but a wonderful man with a great depth of knowledge. He spent a lot of time living with the native peoples of California and northern or Baja California, and learning their skills. And I had the good fortune to sit and talk with him and learn from him. And so this was a tool that was very prominent. Now, a funny side story, that was mostly women's work, was to do the digging. And in 1827, Paul told of how Jedediah Smith, the famous mountain man who was exploring the Sierra Nevada at that time, had come across a couple of Washo Indian women who were digging, and they were frightened by his sudden appearance and jumped up and went after him with their digging sticks. So it had the potential, like anything, to be turned into a weapon. Smith tried to retreat from them and calm them, but they just wouldn't be calmed. So interesting little side story. Now the preferred wood was a hardwood, and Mountain Mahogany would have been a fairly desirable wood because it is very strong. But thought I'd do a little demonstration here out on the trail, and over here just off to the side of the trail we have some purple heads growing, and these would have been harvested by the native people. These had a little corm that grew in the ground, and the ground's pretty hard, but maybe I can uproot this and show you what I'm talking about. So let's see if we can get one of these to pop out of the soil. Okay, this is a little softer here. I need to find the stem. They have a long, slender stem here. I see I'm getting some fogging in my lens, which is not good. This is really hard soil. Yeah, we're gonna have some trouble here with this. Let me set this camera down for a moment. Okay, there it goes. You have to be very careful pulling these corms out because they'll break away. All right. So I have got it here. Reset the camera here so you can kind of see this. Okay, so here we have the corm on the end. I'm going to rinse it off. Got a little cup here and some water. So, hello. I'm gonna let some bicyclists go past and I can show this to you. Okay, so, a little hectic out here. Everybody's out on the trail because they're tired of being stuck indoors by the coronavirus. Trying to work this into frame. I'm gonna peel this off. And there it is. There we go. Got this beautiful little corm. It's very starchy. They're very tasty, like a little potato. They're called a squash potato, though they're not really the squash potato. But if you roast these, they supposedly get sweeter. Now here's the flower that you're looking for on this plant. But these are quite tasty, and these would have been harvested and eaten by the native peoples. So I just thought I'd share that with you. I thought you might find that interesting. A little bit of information on the California digging stick. And I would highly recommend, if you're interested in skills like that, pick up Paul Campbell's book, Survival Skills of the Native Californians. I think you'll find it very very interesting, and you'll learn a lot from it. So check it out, and we'll talk to you later.